Good evening, guys. So, today we did Reconstructive Day 2. It was a very intense process. I did not expect it to be so intense. So, the first day, it's all about inner child work, father, mother, that kind of thing. And yeah, today I had a choice. What theme do you want to work on? And the theme for me was either my partner or my life purpose, my mission. Now, about my mission, I already had an idea about what my mission in the world was like. But about my partner, I still have a partner, so I was really I really wanted to see what it would show up, what would show up, what would be revealed. Was I surprised? The moment the session started, I saw that the person who was representing me, who was externally playing me, was full of love, and I, playing the partner, I was overwhelmed with this sense of shame. So before I get to it, let me tell you what this is. So you have 4 persons standing in a room, and each person gets a role. Each person gets a role given to you by the person who is doing the unconscious work. So if I work, I choose one person who's playing me, one person who's playing a past version of me, and one person who's playing a problem. And I'm playing also a problem. So the moment the session starts, it's very, very intense. It's like energy is streaming through you, and you're like a vessel for energy to come. And there was a fear for somebody, and somebody asked, what if dark energies come? Like, how do we handle that? And the teacher said, all dark energy wants is to be seen. You just have to tell them, I see you. Like, dark energy doesn't want anything, it just wants to be seen, because the darkness also is from the light. It's not something separate. So, because darkness and light, they're one side of the same coin, right? So, the session started, and I immediately was overwhelmed with this sense of I'm unworthy. I'm so unworthy. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel worthy. And there was this sense of just unworthiness. The person playing me was smothering me with love, like hugging me, trying to kiss me, trying to just smothering me with love. And I was just stuck in this mindset, identification of I'm not worthy. I'm unworthy. I'm unworthy. And it kept on going until a moment hit when I would fell on my knees, and I realized, but what if I'm not unworthy? What if I am worthy? And all of a sudden I started to look at myself, and I realized I am worthy. I am worthy, because who gets to decide your self-worth? It's yourself. So I stood up, and I was having a blast. I started to dance with other people. I started to have so much fun, like dancing and toying around and just being in love with life. And at a certain point, like, all our bodies were intermingling with each other. We were just like hugging and expressing ourselves and just merging into this party of love and joy and happiness. And then something else came. So I got on my knees, and I wanted to take all my clothes out, but I didn't. So I only took my t-shirt off, and I started to sing from this very deep place, and sing out loud to the top, like reaching all kinds of frequencies, and just allowing sound to be expressed unconditionally. It was so beautiful. Like, I felt I am alive. I exist. I'm alive. I'm alive. And it was such a beautiful experience. It was such a high, honestly. And after that, I realized this is what is happening in my relationship. Like, I have a partner who feels unworthy, and I'm trying to love them into making them feel that they are worthy of love. So, because afterwards, every person that you worked with, they share how their experience was, because it's not personal for them. They're just being tubes for the energy. And the energy reveals clues. So the person playing me said, I just felt like I wanted to take care of everybody. I wanted to love everybody. I just felt unconditional love for everything. I just felt love, 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 love. And I was so grateful for that experience. It showed me a mirror of what I was doing dynamically in my relationship. And then I played a part in somebody else's story, and it was a completely different experience. So all of a sudden, we start a session, and I'm overwhelmed by this feeling of loneliness. I just feel loneliness, like a deep loneliness in the soul. And I realize I'm not happy, and the thoughts come, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely, I'm lonely. And I just keep on like withering away until I fall on the ground and I realize I'm dying, like my soul is dying. And there's a deep regret and a deep pain for not living, for not taking more risks. And I'm sitting there and I realize it almost feels like I'm dying. And I stop moving and don't move. And I feel like there's a death process. And then there are thoughts from the soul that are like, I wish I could have taken more risks. I wish I could have lived more involved, more colors, more adventures. And it was so interesting to experience that in the body, to have that experience, to live that through. And I told the woman about it, that is what I experienced. She was shocked. She was shocked. It's a deep pain that needs to be acknowledged, this loneliness, because your spirit, it's like it sees your life was wasted. You didn't connect, right? You didn't have the relationships, you didn't have the adventures, you didn't take the risks. So then I played a third role with a man, and this time I was playing himself, yeah. And I was playing a past version of himself. It was very interesting. The moment the session started, I got into this meditative trance and I was just like balancing, making om sounds, and all of a sudden I started to behave like a shaman, waving around, clapping around, saying these shamanic words and singing in a shamanic way. It was very powerful. I felt like something was streaming through me, like the energy of his spirit or something. It was like so powerful. Like when I was with my eyes closed, I just saw a light. There was like an expansion. It was amazing. And I realized all I wanted was for him to open his heart. So I put my hand on his heart, and I had these thoughts like, open your heart. Like, what do you really want? What do you really want? Just realize that. And I was putting the hand on the heart and just waiting for the heart to activate. And then a thought also came like, your purpose is to go beyond the self, to transcend the self, to go to know the self. And I shared that to him after the session, and he was like so grateful because it's like he knows now what his deep purpose is in his subconscious mind. And after the sessions, when you see these dynamics in your body, you've lived experientially with your body through all these experiences, and you feel so much wiser. It's like you literally have lived different lives, these very intense situations, very intense feelings, having gone through that. There was also a man in his 60s who I was playing his issue, I think. And the moment I was him, like my body became like stone. It was hard to move, and there was a feeling like life is hard. It's so hard. It's so heavy. I cannot do this anymore. I don't know how long I'm going to survive. And it was I had so much empathy for that. I thought, holy moly, he's carrying so much that's not his. And then like my body was turning to stone, and thoughts came, death, death. I'm not ready to die, death. And people were pushing me, and there was just a thought like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die yet. I want to live. I've wasted my life. I wasted my life. I want life. I want life. I've taken so much of myself that wasn't mine. Like if you feel that in your body experientially, it's so intense, but it's also so pure. It's not personal, but your body understands what it means. It's like by feeling through that, you understand the lesson or the value of that experience. Because you're digesting it, you're processing it fully, you're letting it stream. And when I told him that, he was so in awe. And honestly, I was so in awe that we all got to experience all these different facets of our lives together. We all got to experience what it is like to live each other's lives, to reflect for each other what our blind spots are, what our patterns are, what our limiting beliefs are. Because when you see something in a very objectively way being played out, you realize that there is inherently something, like the moment you see, there's an insight. It's not intuition, it's like an insight, like, oh, this doesn't go like that, or this shouldn't go like that. And you immediately have like an immediate reaction to do something different. Because you have seen it objectively, not involved in it. This work, Reconstructive, it's so powerful. It goes so deep into your subconscious, and it gives you so much material. It's like you process really deep things that can help you to integrate life experiences, which are very, very intimate, very deep, with people you don't know. And you also, your body gets used to having these experiences, to living through these experiences. So it's like your body will have the memory of what this feels like, and it also has the memory of what you learned from this. This is so powerful. I recommend it to every single person. Like, do Reconstructive for shadow work, because in Reconstructive you will see your projections, and you will realize this is as real or more real than what you do in real life, because this is all your projection. This is showing you what your beliefs are and what you think you're doing. It's a beautiful process. Like, honestly, I'm hooked. Yeah, I feel very tired. It was the second day today, and yeah, I'm beaten. I'm gonna sleep now, but I'm very happy that I get to experience this. It was beautiful. It feels like I lived 4 different lives in one afternoon, and I feel so elated because I lived it fully. Right? I lived those experiences fully. I died. I carried the weight of the world on my shoulders. I was ecstatic. I was unworthy. I was filled with love, filled with energy. I was embodying a higher self. Or like, I never knew what it meant to embody a higher self, and now I did. To be a shaman, all of that. It's amazing. It's really amazing what the body and the energy can do. Trust the energy. Trust the energy and trust the process. Yeah, give yourself to it. Give yourself to the work, because the work is all about healing. There's this sentence that our teacher uses before we do a session, and he says, many years ago, we all agreed to meet on this place, on this date, and this time, so that we could help heal each other. It's such a beautiful sentence. And it does feel like that, because when you go through these experiences with people, you feel such a deep understanding of, wow, you're just like me, you're suffering just like me, but you feel it energetically. And when I came home, I went to my mom and I just started to kiss her so much on her cheek. There was an upwelling of love towards her. I feel so So happy that I get to do this. Like, honestly, I feel so joyous that I get to experience shadow sides of myself. I love it.